Alright, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a lot. It's going to be going over the current state of Call of Duty. We're going to go over the current state of Battlefield, some kind of hot takes that I've been seeing. We're going to talk about the leaks, and we're going to talk about how Battlefield is at a good position right now. More on that later, alright? So, starting off, Call of Duty. I am someone who's played Call of Duty my entire life. Growing up, I started playing Modern Warfare 2, and I mean OG Modern Warfare 2, and I've been playing almost every COD since. I also am a lifelong Battlefield player. I've been playing since Battlefield 3. For those of you who don't know, I picked up Battlefield 3 when it first came out. I was playing Road to Kharkin when that whole Peoria thing was a thing, I guess. Or Back to Kraken or something. I don't remember, but yeah, I was playing that, and been a huge diehard Battlefield fan since then too. Right, I've stuck with Battlefield through like every game, even it's been like shit. And seeing the state of like both games right now, not so good. But Call of Duty is just not doing so well right now. So for those of you who don't know, and I imagine a lot of you don't, because if you watch my videos, you're watching them for Battlefield and stuff. Call of Duty is on the verge of getting rid of Warzone, which is mind-blowing to me because Warzone's been like their thing. They've taken they haven't taken away support of multiplayer, but they've been pushing Warzone down our throats for so long that people are just tired of it. Again, I think they're getting tired of Battle Royale in general, right? And basically what they're doing is they are going to bank everything on Verdansk coming back, in hopes that it's gonna save them and it's gonna bring back returning players, like existing players, and bring back new players and make them money again, like the OG Warzone did, like the first one. And in my opinion, with that, honestly, I think Call of Duty needs to stop banking on nostalgia. And they need to accept the truth on why Call of Duty isn't doing so hot right now. Warzone, the SBMM on that thing is insane. They keep trying to make Warzone a core part of Call of Duty sales. I'm talking about like Call of Duty, because Warzone's supposed to be like its own thing. But they use Warzone to push the COD sales, and what will happen is they'll release a game, they'll give it like about a month so that people can grind up the weapons and get all that stuff, get stuff going for the next Warzone, and then Warzone comes out, it's just that, you know, it's a battle royale that people play for a while, then they get tired, and it's a bunch of stuff, right? My whole thing on that is Warzone should have died not a long time ago, a while back ago. Because they've been having troubles with anti-cheat. They've been having troubles with hackers. If it's not just that, right? You have sweaty people in Warzone, and if they're not sweating, they're just being rats. You know, you can't just chill and have fun. You know, and there's a lot of problems going on with that needs to be addressed. Particularly the anti-cheat, because that's like the biggest thing I've seen. And they need to tone back the SBMM. There's something a little bit of a take that I've had with Battle Royales is I don't mind there being skill-based matchmaking. 100%. You do what you want to do. You do what you got to do, right? Kind of keep players engaged. I understand the argument for it. I'm not against SBMM. But it needs to make sense with what kind of game you're playing. So like Battle Royale, right? Unless there's like a competitive version of Battle Royale, have a more looser matchmaking, you know, so that everybody can have a chance. Like, you want to know what made Warzone 1 like an amazing game? The fact that anything can happen. I was a huge Warzone 1 player. I played a bit of Warzone 2. But then once we got to like the Modern Warfare 3 map, and was it Urzikstan? And I was hyped to get Urzikstan for Battle Royale, because that's something I've been wanting since Warzone 1. And right now, where the state of Warzone and everything, it's just not a good thing, you know? It's not a good experience for me. Um, I think, yeah, overall this needs to be like looser matchmaking when it comes to battle royale, so that people can play, have fun. If you want to chill, you can chill. If you want to try hard, you can try hard. But there's no need for like you have like how many squads are there in the game anymore? I'm just gonna make up numbers. Let's say you have like 12 squads, but they're all playing like if they're playing like in league or something, you know, like some sort of like if they're gonna win like 100 grand or something, right? Um, that shouldn't be like that. For battle royales in general, I know for me, like I also like talking about a different game, right? I used to play a lot of Apex, and used to. I haven't played it in a while. Um, Once they added like an SBMM to the game, and the match started getting like more not harder but less enjoyable, like the randomness. It kind of just put me off because like I wanna when I play a battle royale, I just wanna like go have fun, pick loot, pick a fight, and see how it goes, you know. But every squad I play, you either get third party, and this is true in Warzone. You either get third party from someone else who's like just listening and camping, or you're going up against like a COD League fucking squad, and they just obliterate you and your team. You know, and I play with a lot of casual players. You know, and myself, as I've gotten older, I do consider myself more of a casual player now. Like I don't have a lot of the issues that those people have, but I do notice how intense the games can be sometimes. And sometimes when I want to turn on, I'll turn on. I like kick butt. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, that's something they need to really address in with COD. Aside from fixing their anti-cheat and overall the state of the game. Do I want Warzone to die? No, I could still see how it can work. It is a fun game, but it needs to exist as a standalone title separate from Call of Duty. It needs to be like have it in the COD universe, but don't make it be the driving force to push you to get the next Call of Duty, you know, because Call of Duty, man, even itself, the base game has been dying. Mainly for the things that I've said. Those SBMM is a huge killer. Like I said, I'm not against SBMM. I understand the reason for it, and I'm totally for it, 100%. There needs to be some sort of like way to retain player engagement. But if you're forcing player numbers to be at 1, KDs to be at 1 and stuff, and you're just doing all this stuff, man, it is not a good feeling. At least tune the matchmaker to different game modes, if that makes sense. I'm not talking about like multiplayer COD, not Warzone. Like let's say if you're playing team deathmatch, domination, or whatever sort of respawn, have more of a looser matchmaking. But if you're playing something competitive like Search and Destroy, or I don't know what the competitive game modes there are, have just a regular matchmaking, right? And then for ranked, I guess just have it. Well, have your the tightest SBMM you can have for competitive, and there you go. You know, that's how I would approach fixing it. But yeah, Call of Duty has been. I don't want to say it's been dying. It's been going down in terms of quality and stuff. And it sucks because Battlefield 6, man, it's multiplayer-wise really good game. Oh, was at launch. I don't know how they messed it up. Just the maps aren't good, you know. And it sucks because Black Ops 6 really is a good game, but it's just with everything going on with COD, people are just getting burnt out with it, and people are done with Warzone and a bunch of other stuff. It's not good. One thing I would advise Activision, if they for whatever reason listen or watch this or whatever, or even if this is clipped, stop banking on nostalgia. Bring back, like, come up with your own maps. It sucks that like every Modern Warfare, guess what 2 maps come back? Shipment and Rust. Every Black Ops, guess what maps come back? Nuketown. I'm not saying retire and bring them back, but when you have a game where like almost half your maps are remasters of old maps, that's not a good look. Come up with your own maps, even if they suck. Figure it out. Find new content. Find something will stick. Something will click. You know. and just keep the magic of what made not old COD good, but like keep it fun, you know? Invest more in COD and invest in the multiplayer side. Don't just focus all on Warzone. Yes, Warzone will bring you money, but don't like, how can I put it? Don't neglect the rest of your game, because there are a lot of players who don't play Warzone, and the people that play like multiplayer and stuff. I mean, I'm a multiplayer player. Like when I play COD, I play multiplayer. I have fun. I'm all for the kill streaks, but give it more love and attention. You know, push that. You know, have fun. Keep that magic there. Moving on, because I've talked about COD for like half the video. On to Battlefield 6. That's kind of just giving you a picture of like what's wrong with COD right now. It's just a lot of, they're banking on nostalgia for Verdansk to save COD and Warzone. It's not going to save Warzone, honestly. And just the state of COD overall is just not good, which segues onto my next point, Battlefield. So a lot of you are well aware, and I know I'm late, but the Battlefield 6 leaks have been coming out. I don't want to say Battlefield 6, but that's just what I'm going with. Have been coming out because they're doing the Battlefield Labs playtest, and obviously people are going to leak. My opinion on the leaks, dude, if you're like a content creator and you're leaking stuff, you need to stop, because you're ruining whatever chance you have of getting flown out to exclusive events, get like first-hand stuff in regarding like Battlefield, if you like it that much. I get content creation, that space is sort of like a race to get like the first footage and get all that stuff. Totally understand, but you're not only what you're doing is legal, but like you're ruining whatever opportunity you may have to potentially get more money in your channel by leaking stuff that is clearly under an NDA. And I get it. Battlefield did this to itself. I could, to some extent, it could be on purpose. But respect them, man. Like, not like DICE, but like respect the NDAs, respect the exclusive footage you're getting. You can save it for like a later date or whatever. And to some extent, it could be part of a marketing thing. Like maybe they like, you know what, they know it's gonna leak, it's gonna happen. But yeah, I just respect it, man. Don't ruin something that could potentially be huge for you in your life for some clicks that you can get like right away. I mean, that's what I would do. I'm not doing the Battlefield Labs thing. I want to, but I really don't. I'm not like getting involved in that. But I have seen the leaks as well. I'm gonna talk about that. Man, the game looks good from what I've seen, and if it's like in a pre-alpha state right now, it looks so good. And I am not gonna lie, I know I said be cautious, like be cautiously optimistic about it. Yeah, my hopes are kind of up there now. Like I'm still kind of like like just wait for launch still, but I look at the game and I'm like, man, this looks good. Like the destruction looks really like, I think I'm gonna go and say the destruction looks better than it ever has in previous Battlefield games. The gunplay is really good. I would compare it to the gunplay of 2042. Just more refined. The time to kill doesn't seem super slow, which I kind of I don't want it to be like really fast, but I don't want it to be super slow where it takes you like 10, 12, 13 hits to kill someone within a reasonable range, you know. I heard a lot of people complain about bloom and weapon spread, but going through what I went through in this game 2042 as you're watching, I understand the argument for it, because it'll balance certain weapons at certain range. Like imagine getting like 3 taps at 150 meters with an SMG. You know, that's not gonna feel good. That does not gonna make sense. So to some extent, I understand the bloom, and I'm for it. Just don't make it too bad. And the gunplay overall looks solid, man. It looks really good. Like I'm not even joking. The gunplay looks tight. I have seen that there's going to be vehicle attrition. We're not going to, that they're playing with the idea of it. I hope that's not the case. Or I hope it's not as bad, but I hope it's nothing like Battlefield 5's vehicle attrition. Because you want to stay out there and do what you can, right? Get on a kill streak and provide support. But if you have to go back like every, what, 4 or 6 rounds you fire, and the place to rearm isn't like super close, then it's not gonna be much enjoyable. I mean, it's a good way to balance, so I understand. Like, I'm okay with having that to keep balancing vehicles, but don't make it as, I don't want to say severe. Don't make it as bad as, no, that's because it wasn't bad in Battlefield 5. Just don't make it like too extreme with the attrition, you know. What else? Aside from that, the Battlefield leaks are like, if y'all haven't seen them, while the footage is out there, check them out, man. It's good. It's getting me not hyped. It's getting my hopes up because of how polished the game looks right now, and it's at a pre-alpha state. So I hope they don't do anything to mess it up. And I hope they listen to the feedback that the people who are in the labs actively like giving criticism and giving advice and stuff and their takes. I hope they take that to heart, and I hope they implement it. At least for the people who are actually like serious about it. And yeah, so on to some hot takes. This one's more recent. So I've been seeing people complain that there are gonna be women in Battlefield, and people are complaining about, not a lot. Some people are complaining about it, in that women shouldn't be like in war or whatever, or that there's not a lot of women in war. That needs to stop. This happened with Battlefield 5, and this is a big deal in like every other game. Just because there's like a woman in there, all of a sudden the game is woke. You need to stop and just chill. There are women in the military, and people need to like stop with that misogynistic fucking bullshit, because that is not right. And this is ultimately, if you're getting that mad over a game, and really listen, dude, go join the army, go enlist some shit. Don't be so scared of like what reality is in terms of like women being in the army and stuff, and stop like being so scared of like woke shit. Like, I get it, like we're at a point where we're done with it. I'm done with it too, and that's not where I lean, by the way. Don't get that twisted. But it's just like there are people who any little thing to them is like woke to them. Oh my god, this person's a girl, this game's woke, I'm done. Let them make a good game. Women are a part of the army, women are a part of modern combat, and Battlefield, whatever the next Battlefield is going to be part of. There's going to be modern-esque. You know what else is in modern combat? Men and women. Some people will say, "Oh, it's just they're not as much." I mean, yeah, but the point is there are women in there, so it is what it is, you know. And another thing too that I've been seeing that really kind of just doesn't sit right with me are the milsim players complaining about the game not being too realistic. My take on this. Battlefield has never been a milsim. It has realistic aspects to it. It has destruction and stuff, but it's always been like an arcadey kind of game. If you want a milsim, go play Squad, go play Arma, go play a different game. Don't be trying to bring that stuff onto a game that's not even close to like milsim. You can make it milsim if you want to. You can go hardcore. You can do all that stuff. You can tune it the way you want to, but trying to force that sort of milsim aspect into the game is not what everybody wants. At the end of the day, it is an arcade shooter. It has some realistic aspects to it, and it does play really good. You do have like your epic moments, but as far as complaining about the realism about some things, you all gotta chill. Honestly, go to a different game. If you want like something else, go to Squad. Go something else. That's my take on that, honestly. What else? That's pretty much done with the hot takes regarding what I've seen with the leaks and what I've heard from the community. A little bit of the community. It's not a representation of everyone. A lot of people are like still hyped. They're super like, everyone from what I've seen like on Instagram and on stuff, they're like, oh man, I hope this is really good. Man, they better like keep it polished. Everyone sees that it's good. They acknowledge that it's good, but they're cautiously optimistic, which is really awesome. But
250 meters away.
Like people are getting their hopes up, you know. So my advice is just keep my advice to DICE. Keep listening to the feedback, implement what you hear, don't let bugs and stuff linger for too long, and make it a great game. This game has to be successful. Honestly, with the state of Call of Duty right now, which is why I spoke about it at the beginning, and how bad the next Battlefield is shaping up, with just the footage we've seen leaked, right? Battlefield is in a really good position to start being the top game for a while, because Call of Duty right now, because they make games every few years, like certain, not like few years, but they're pumping out a COD every few years. They're already working on the next, what, like 3-4 games, maybe, or next 2 games or 3 games or whatever. Call of Duty is not going to be good for a while. So Battlefield okay, sorry, I'm getting my head myself. Battlefield is in a prime position to take the top spot in terms of shooters within that genre, to be the top game over COD. Because if the next COD fails, they kill Warzone. Multiplayer is not good. People are getting tired of multiplayer because of the SBMM and stuff. Battlefield is an open spot at the top. Battlefield can take it, and DICE needs to make this game good. This game has to be good too, because if this game fails, and this sucks because like I'm a diehard Battlefield fan, right? If this game launches buggy, if the content isn't good, if you have sort of another 22 situation where the game is messed up beyond the first year, man, I'm sorry to say, the franchise is going to be done. This game has to succeed because a lot of players are like, they're just about done with the game. And I want you to understand, I'm not some sort of like Battlefield shill. I know I defend the game a lot, but I am not a shill. I am realistic about what's going on in Battlefield. This game absolutely 100% needs to be good. The support, the post-launch stuff needs to be really good. The monetization needs to not be horrendous. Don't be greedy. And listen to the community. You've done it before. DICE has done it before. They've listened to us before with Battlefield 4. And for those of you who don't remember, Battlefield 4, when it came out, was abysmal. You could barely run that game. And if you could run it, you're crashing like mid-game. You know, there's always something going on. A lot of people fail to remember that. Battlefield 4's launch was ass. I think it was broken for almost a year. The thing that kind of helped them out is they kept releasing their content, but with their content, their DLCs, they would update a huge portion of the game. So while you'd get let's say like China Rising would come up, a huge parts of the game were done, and you get another patch, another part of the game was like fixed. You know, there's always doing stuff. They need to just focus on stomping out whatever bugs they can as fast as they can. If it's going to be crossplay, they need to have good anti-cheat. Really, really good anti-cheat for the game. And honestly, just focus on making this game good. If you need a delay back, because I heard rumors about them delaying this Battlefield to next year. I would honestly, and the smart move would be, yes, delay it till February or March. Delays aren't always bad. Delays are good, but because look, if Battlefield releases in October, November, which is when they usually release, right? You're gonna be competing with COD. Now, I did say COD is dying, but every year, sin falta, everybody buys a new COD. They play it for maybe about a month and a half till the stuff comes up. Like the battle pass and all that stuff comes out, and you know what happens? People end up leaving. People get tired. People end up, the numbers start going down. What I would suggest is wait till February, March when the game is like dying, then release Battlefield, and by then you will have time to iron out kinks. You will have time to really polish up the game, and you can do some more open beta tests. Make sure the servers are good enough to handle the game, and you're good. I mean, you're not gonna have multiple, right? Like right now, you're doing pre-alpha. You're gonna go through an alpha. The beta, you can have maybe like 1 or 2 betas. You have like your first beta working on certain aspects of the game. Your second beta test, if you do delay it, you can test out different things, but mainly on that second one, just focus on server stability, you know. And once you're done with that beta tests, if you choose to release like in February or March, and Battlefield's if this game comes out like really good and it comes out at the right time, I don't want to say you can kill COD, but you can take the top spot 100%. So, like I said, Battlefield it has everything it needs to take the top spot. I believe the game will. What will happen between now and when they release the next Battlefield, I have no idea. I hope they stay on track with what they're doing. I hope they keep up the good work. The game, from what I've seen with the leaks, looks really good. I hope they keep the open communication with the community so they know what's going to happen, what they're testing, what kind of feedback they're looking forward to. And as far as the community goes, I mean, like I said, still be cautiously optimistic, but just remember when Battlefield launches, there could be some server issues. It's going to be normal. Just keep an eye on how fast they iron out those kinks, and we'll see what's up. All right. With that being said, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the video. Not the rest of the video. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this all in one take. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know about your feedback. I do believe that this Battlefield will be really good, and I hope something good can come of it. I just hope they're smart with the release, and all I can hope is that when the game releases, that it's fully stable and it's ready to go, and we can just get into the content, and who knows, you can keep the content going for a while, you know. If you're making Battlefield every 3 years, plan them out, you know, make it make sense. And yeah, anyways, I've prolonged this outro so much. I hope y'all have a good day. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. If you made it to the end, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you all next time. Peace.